Hi everyone, my name is Lanisha Rogers and welcome back to my channel where I share with you tips and activities for preschool learners and families with autism. In today's video, we are going to talk about how we can meet our children's needs, as preschool learners as well as families who have children with autism. Okay, so as we go into our open discussion, I'm going to share with you a little background about myself. Okay, again, my name is Lanisha Rogers, and I am a paraprofessional for preschool learners as well as for children with autism. I also work with families individually in their homes for individual support as needed. I am an individual support technician and have been for about 9 years. And I absolutely love what I do in regards to meeting all my children's needs, both in the classroom as well as in their homes. I do see concerns and questions that, our parents have as they are supporting their child with autism, as well as preschool learners without autism. Okay, as a parent, many of us have questions and concerns, and you want to always seek the best for your child or for your children. And that's why I have decided to create a channel where parents and other professionals like, preschool teachers or, caregivers can seek out information, can share any questions or concerns that they may have that could not get answered or they're having difficulty finding answers to. It can be rather challenging, I will say, when supporting our children. Yes, it can. But the goal is to always try to find the best ways to meet their needs, okay, as well as their families' needs. And we are a community where we have to ensure that we are finding the best strategies, utilizing the best resources that can support our children and their families in any way possible. Okay, so again, I am a paraprofessional where I work with children of special needs as well as preschool learners. And I also assist families individually with children who have autism in their home. Okay, and this is something that I have always found to be very important, not just supporting our children within the classroom, but also making sure that they're getting the support in their homes. Parents need that support. Families need that support, because the child do have to go home. And that continued support must always be given. And I educate my parents in making sure that they continue to provide their children or child with that support within their homes as well as within the community. I do have one question that one of my parents had found to be challenging for them. When they go out into the community, they have challenges trying to have their child pretty much adjust to the outdoor surroundings. And to, for example, go inside of a grocery store. They have had outbursts. They have had, behavior challenges within the store where people have looked at them, have given them those looks. And we all know those looks. And a lot of times, people who see a family with a child that has those needs, they tend to, give them that attention, that negative attention or that questionable attention as to, well, what's wrong with that child? Why is that child acting that way? Why is he, or she falling on the floor? Why is he banging his head on the floor? Or why is she banging her head on the floor? And they don't understand that it's not that they're just, not listening or that they just don't want to follow the rules of their mother and father when they're out and about. It's more of this is a behavioral need, a behavioral challenge that this child has been experiencing based on their disability. Okay. And this is what, one of my parents have had concerns about. And pretty much it's how do we educate the community on our children's needs? How do we educate the community? It's not so much about educating our child. It's more about educating the community, letting them know that yes, my child has needs. Yes, my child has special needs. Yes, my child is autistic. Yes, my child has EBD, emotional behavior disorders. Yes, my child has aberrant behavior disorders where, again, that child is banging their head on the floor or on a wall because of what they're feeling inside, aggression. Okay, their sensory, feelings that they are experiencing within. It's so much going on in their bodies, in their minds, to where they have to express it in that way. And they have no control of that. And that's where we come in to educate the community on our children's needs and why our children are acting the way they unfortunately have to act in public. Okay. And I found in some cases, with one of my cases, my parent didn't want to take their child out into the community to avoid people talking and sneering and saying, comments, behind their hands or so forth, or to whomever they're with. So they try to keep their child just in home or school, from school to home. That's it. And vice versa. But there's no in between, no outdoor play, no community involvement, like going to the grocery store, or going to the park. Your child, one of my parents find it hard for them to do that. And I do understand. But the goal is to educate our community on our children that has needs. I don't think it's done in a way of people just being mean, so to speak. I do think sometimes is just they're sincerely ignorant. And it is a such thing as being sincerely ignorant and not knowing. And that's where we come in to help them know, to educate the community on your child's needs. So again, today, I didn't focus on doing an activity because this has been a concern of many of my parents that I work with when I provide individual support. And I understand what they feel. Because as I'm with them and servicing my families out in the community, because I walk with them, I go out with them into the community, I see people looking. I see other children looking in a way of what's wrong with that child. Why is that child behaving that way? And I explained to my parents, this is the perfect time to educate the community. And you can educate them by saying, hi, how are you? This is my son or my daughter. Yes, my child has, special needs. He or she is autistic. So I do apologize if you are seeing any behaviors that, might be a little questionable to you or disturbing, or it may surprise you, but my child does have special needs. So we're just trying to engage him or her in the community, and we just trying to educate the community and just get everybody involved in our children with needs, and just letting them be them and just letting them enjoy the community, their surroundings, and to be accepted. When I said that to one of the one of the persons that were actually looking at our child in the store, it was so surprising because she says, "Oh my God, I totally understand because I too have a child that's X, Y, and Z that has needs, or I too know of someone that has a child with needs. So I totally understand. No, please don't apologize. Things like that." And it was more conversation coming out of it to where you saw my parent becoming more, it wasn't like, okay, I'm completely at ease. It was more of, okay, that was the first step. Okay, that was the first step in educating one person out of many that was still looking. Okay, a lot of pacifiers. And again, that's going to happen. Not many of us are going to, stop and say, "Hi, how are you? Oh, do you need help?" Or, "How is everything going with your child? What's wrong, buddy? What's wrong? Why are you acting like that? Or why are you so sad? Why are you doing that?" You have parents or people that will literally just stand there and just look in the way of, what's wrong with that child? What's wrong with that child? Why is that parent allowing that child to act that way? Oh no, if that was my child. Oh no, if that was my child, I would not allow that. But you don't know the needs of that child that you are seeing behaving in that way. And so again, that's where sometimes frustration comes in for my families, because I have seen them, I've seen them express it through their facial expressions, just wanting to leave. One of my parents wanted to leave the store, and I said, "No, we're here. What we're not going to do is to allow people to run you and your child out of the store. He has every right to belong in this store. He has every right to be in the store. This is his community. This is his store as well." Okay? We are not here to educate your son. We are here to educate the community. And if I have to stop and educate people who are stopping and staring, then that's what I do. This is what I do. This is why I'm here, to provide you individual support, to help you and your child adjust in the community and to make people adjust to you and your child. Because he or she belongs in their community. They belong in their community to where they should be able to go out and enjoy going to the park, going to the store, just being out and about. That's what it's about for them as well. And it's not fair that we have parents that have to be sheltering their children because of what people see and how they react and respond to their child, to people's children with special needs. And we have to stop that. And that's why I say you have sincere ignorance. And I am willing to teach and educate the sincerely ignorant, and help you become more educated on why our children with special needs need that support, need continued support, both in school, out of school, in their homes, as well as within the community. Okay? Very, very important. Very important. So again, like I said, today's video was not about introducing a new activity, although I will be sharing with you more activities to come. Yes, I will. Especially with the weather starting to break, we're going to try to move some of these activities outdoors as well. So again, I'm going to be sharing with you more videos to come with that as well. But today I just wanted to talk about just having my parents understand that if you have questions, if you have concerns, parents out there that are watching this video, if you have questions, concerns, or experiences that you would like to share with us, please DM me. Please leave those concerns or questions or comments that you might have inside the comment section. Okay, please do so that everybody can read and understand what experiences you have had in the community, or just in general. I think it's very important that we try to, build a community together for our children. because as I teach in class every year, I see that my classroom is becoming, more and more inclusive. Okay, more and more inclusive, where we have an increase of children with special needs, specifically autism. Okay, specifically autism. And some of the behaviors are coming rather aggressive. And you have parents that need that support that are not knowledgeable of what's going on with their child, especially if it's their first child or their child or the first child in their family circle with autism. So, in many cases, I have parents who do not understand um, how to go about, meeting their child's needs. Where can they get the resources? Who can help them? And so that's where we come in. Okay. So until then, everyone, I just want to thank you so much for sharing um, with me your time to listen. And again, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or stories you'd like to share, experiences, please make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button to my channel so that other parents can share and see your experiences as well, and they can share theirs. Again, we are a community, and we are a community where we build each other up, where we strengthen our children, our preschool learners, as well as our families with autism, and we give them that support. We give them the support and resources that they deserve to have to find their place in their community. They deserve to be in their community and to be accepted in their community. So until then, everyone, enjoy.